Unit 1, Greetings. Understand it. In this video, I am going to explain the vocabulary and grammar of the Unit 1 dialogue. Keep in mind that pronunciation is going to be covered in a separate video, so I'll be, of course, pronouncing the words properly, and if you're going to try and follow along with me during this video, but are finding it hard because I'm not explaining the pronunciation, please do not worry. The focus of this video is the vocabulary and the grammar, and we will cover the pronunciation thoroughly in a separate video. Okay, the dialogue for this unit began with the word 你好. 你好. 你好 is a common greeting in Chinese. It means hello, how are you, or how do you do. It's used with strangers or close friends, family, etc. When someone says 你好 to you, you can respond back in the same way by saying 你好. Of course, like in English, there are a whole variety of ways that you could respond, but you'll learn those in later units. In the dialogue for this unit, we learned the expression qing wen. Qing wen. Qing wen simply means excuse me, or pardon me, can I ask you something? It's a polite way to get someone's attention when you want to ask a question. Qing wen. Gui xing. Gui xing. There really isn't a word like gui xing in English. It's used as a question to ask someone what their last name is, and it's very polite. And generally, teenagers, high school kids, college kids generally might not greet each other this way, but in a more formal setting, you would ask someone their last name by saying 你贵姓. College kids or high school kids, may use it, but it's very formal. In the dialogue, we saw 你贵姓, and 你贵姓literally, or translated into English, means what's your last name? 你贵姓. So let's put it all together. In the dialogue, we heard one person ask the other, 请问你贵姓? And they were saying, excuse me, what is your last name? Wo simply means I or me. In English, we have two separate words to express the first person. We have the subject pronoun here and the object pronoun here. In Chinese, 我 serves as both the subject pronoun and the object pronoun. So that's one less word for you to have to memorize. So let's put this all together. The question was asked, 请问你贵姓? What is your last name? So Miss Li responds by saying, 我姓李. And she is saying, my last name is Li. Now literally, she is saying, I, last name Li. I, last name Li. But when we translate it into English, we translate it as my last name is Li. Notice there's no gui here. Gui xing. The gui is only used when asking the question. So it would be incorrect for her to respond by saying, 我贵姓李. Gui xing is only used in the question. Na. Na follows a statement to make it into a question, or can follow a pronoun to make it into a question. But it's only used to make a question when the context is clear, because you don't want to repeat the question. For example, if I ask you, what's your favorite movie? And you would answer, and then you want to know what my favorite movie is, you would say, how about you? How about you is more efficient than saying, what is your favorite movie? So adding na at the end of a noun or pronoun is like saying, how about you? So in our dialogue we saw, 请问你贵姓? What's your last name? 我姓李. My last name is Li. 你呢? How about you? So here the meaning is, since it was asked, what's your last name? Nina is saying, how about you? Meaning, well, what is your last name? So the boy answers back saying, 我姓王. 我姓王. So we have, 请问你贵姓? 我姓李. 你呢? 我姓王. Xiaojie. Xiaojie means miss in Chinese, as in Miss Li. However, in Chinese they swap it around. The miss comes after the Li. So that's why we have Li first and then miss after. Li Xiaojie. Li Xiaojie. Miss Li. Jiao. Jiao. Jiao is a verb, which means to be called, or kind of like saying my name is. If I were to say 我叫 Jonathan, I'm saying literally I called Jonathan, but translated in more appropriate English it means I am Jonathan, or my name is Jonathan. 叫. Shenma. Shenma. Shenma is what. It's used to ask the what question. So here we see in our dialogue, 你叫什么名字? What is your name? Now just notice the word order is different in Chinese because we place the what in the beginning of our sentence. The Chinese place it in the middle. So literally, you called what name? You called what name? Translated, it's what is your name? 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? Just a note, 什么 may also appear in the beginning of a sentence for a question. And you'll learn more about that later. Just if at some point in the future you see 什么 at the beginning of the sentence, and you're going to say, hey, the professor said 什么 is in the middle. Well, in some cases it's in the beginning, and in others it's in the middle. 名字, 名字, 名字. 名字 just means name. Someone's name. 名字. So let's put it all together. In the dialogue we heard, what is your name? 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? What is your name? 我叫李友. 我叫李友. So here we have, my name is Leo. My name is Leo. Literally, I called Leo. My name is Leo. 我叫 Leo. 先生. 先生. 先生 means Mr. So in the video, Like 小姐 means miss, 先生 means Mr. So in the video we saw Mr. Wang. And again, in Chinese, it's swapped around. So in English, we have the Mr. in front of the name. In Chinese, they have the Mr. in back of the name. Wang 先生, Wang 先生. So we put it all together. What is your name? My name is Wang Peng. 你叫什么名字？我叫王鹏。你叫什么名字？我叫王鹏。And that concludes this video. You should now have a thorough understanding of the meaning of the dialogue for this unit. If you need to, you can go back and replay this video. 再见。